Hi there. We're going to be doing our video a little backwards today. We're going to be getting right to the content, and then I'll have a little introduction later on. So, you want to know how to fish as a Pteranodon, and it's actually pretty easy once you get the hang of it. And we're going to go over some basics like the controls and things like that. But let's just go ahead and get right into it. We'll be using a juvenile Pteranodon freshly spawned, and so that is the hardest size of Pteranodon to fish with because they're so tiny and they have such little stamina. But we can do it, and let's go ahead and start our journey. Alright, in order to fish, the first thing we need to do is find fish. And we do that by locating the little circles on the surface of the water. You'll see these little gray circles pinging on the surface of the water. That means that there's fish there that can be caught by a Pteranodon. And the next thing we want to do is position ourselves in the right altitude. So that's going to be just above the water. So we're going to fly down, and you can just use your normal WASD controls to do this. And now, as we get closer to the surface of the water, the space bar becomes very important because, as you know, the space bar can increase your altitude slightly if you just tap it. And so we'll be using that tap of the space bar to keep right above the water. Our pteranodons want to go down. And it's going to be gravity pulling him down just naturally, especially since we're a juvenile, it pulls him down a little faster than a fully adult pteranodon. So as you come across the water, we're going to hold down on the right mouse button, and that's going to dip our head low. And as soon as you see your head dip low, you know you're low enough to catch a fish. And you'll use that space bar if you feel like you're getting too low and you don't want to fall in the water. So just tap the space bar to gain a little bit of altitude. And all you do is you fly over these circles, nice and low, hold down on the right mouse button, and then release when you're away from it, away from the fish pings, and then continually use the space bar, just little taps as needed, not a whole lot. Remember, you don't have a whole lot of stamina, you're just a juvenile pteranodon, right? Just to keep right above the water. If your neck starts to go in the water, you're too far down. You just need the tip of your beak in the water, just like that. And you'll wing over again. You'll get nice and low. You'll use that space bar if you need it. You'll right click and you'll get a message as soon as you catch a fish. And when you get that message, you just let go of the right mouse button and boom, now you have a big old fish. The thing's almost as big as you. Look at that, it's amazing. Speaking of that, you'll notice that my health bar is, or my stomach bar is very full. And so this fish is way too big to eat. And so what do you do in that case? You can carry the fish around, or you can drop it and come back for it later. The fish is dead, it won't like wiggle away, but the slopes are a little dicey. If I were to drop it here, I would probably lose the fish because it would roll off the cliff and back into the water. So I'm going to try to eat it, but that's going to be a bad idea because now I'm sick because I ate too much. So lesson learned, don't eat too much and don't be a piggy. And that's how you catch fish. I am Sacco303 and I stream on Twitch. Currently playing a lot of Sea of Thieves, but looking to get into the Isle as more content comes out for it. And you can also catch me on Twitter at Sacco303. And if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And come check me out on Twitch. I'd love to see you there and hear about all your awesome Pteranodon tactics. Have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you later.